Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video, we're going to be going over the all-new 2022 Lexus IS 500. It's the first time ever being able to see one in person, and before we get in the video, I just want to go over some quick specs of the car. So under the hood, we have a naturally aspirated 5-liter V8, goes through an 8-speed automatic transmission, puts out 472 horsepower and then 395 pound-feet of torque. And so with all that being said, let's hop right into the video. So let's go over the new IS 500. So first off, you guys can see that 5-liter naturally aspirated V8 under the hood with the carbon fiber trim around it. I've always liked Lexus's display with their V8s. It just always looks cool. And yeah, just such a crazy engine in a car this size. You guys can see here with the headlights, and then you can see the blacked out trim down below, and then the signature Lexus front grille right there with the Lexus logo that doubles as a sensor there in the center. And yeah, overall, really good looking car from the front end. And like I said, I think they did a great job with the engine display of the car itself. And then you guys can see here from the side profile, obviously we don't have the hood pop down, so you can't really see like the swooping lines and everything. And obviously we just have people walking around. So sorry about that, but you know what? It's an auto show. Got to do what I got to do. Anyways, you guys can see here with the tire and wheel setup, the kind of look on that. That's the one part of the car that I'm kind of like a little bit intrigued about, because I think it would look cool if it was like darker in coloration, not necessarily black, but maybe if the wheels were like, dark gray or something. But regardless, also another interesting thing is just a regular sunroof, no panoramic or anything like that. But, overall, all the elements, I think they look great on the car. And then here's the window sticker. This is the part that honestly surprised me. I thought this was going to be more expensive than it is. It's still a pretty expensive car, right? But, considering, the performance and everything this car is all about, I thought it was going to be like over 70 grand. You can see it's $62,000 the sticker price. So I'm not saying it's cheap, but it's less money than I expected it to be. So that was a surprise for me. And then you guys can see here with the spoiler, I love how that's all blacked out. And then I love how you've got like the light bar here in the back as well. That's another cool element. And then obviously the IS 500 badge. And then the exhaust tips are so cool with the design. The one thing, and you guys will see this when I actually review one of these, is it's the exhaust is kind of muted compared to like the LC 500. That's the one to get if you want like a crazy sounding exhaust. And then the interior on this is really nice. So I love the color combination with the red and then the gray on the outside. I think they did a great job with that. Again, you can see here with the red seats, they look amazing from a design standpoint. And yeah, the interior is very red. Like when they say, we're going to give this a red interior, they give it a red interior. Like just notice how there's just so much red, very little. There's some black at the top, but it's like just all red. You guys can see there with the mirror, kind of the design on that. And then notice it's got the memory seat function here, all the window controls as well. And then you guys can see here the little plaque, and then the front seats very nicely bolstered here. So they kind of hold you in place, but they're still really comfortable. I've sat in seats like that before. They're really nice. I like the pedals. They actually have a nice premium look to them. And then you got all your regular controls. That's just plastic, but again, they made it red. They're like, you know what? You want a red interior? We'll give you a red interior. And then you can see here with all the controls on the steering wheel. And then you got the F logo there at the bottom and the paddle shifters here on the back of the steering wheel. Really nice leather on the steering wheel. And then you got the digital gauge cluster with the circular gauge cluster that kind of moves to the side. Big infotainment system. And then all the analog controls down below. And then you guys can see again the shifter head is gone. You got the heated cooled seats. I pointed out that because I thought it was funny. You got the drive mode select right next to it. And then you got the trackpad to control the infotainment system. Center console, which looks great. And then you can see the black and the red there with the glove box. But yeah, that is the first look at the new IS 500. Really excited to be able to drive one in the near future. But yeah, definitely a great looking car.